I assure you, I really just want everyone to figure out how to make some money. Just find something that just works for them. Sometimes stuff just doesn't work for people, right? Some people can play earnings and do well. Some people can do weird options and do well. I think I have the easiest method, and I might be able to prove it with math possible. Okay, the easiest method to make money. No stress. You don't have to watch the news. You ain't got to do none of that. I've talked about those weirdos that maybe only play Tesla stock, which is fine. But do you see this price action here? You see these weird channels? See all this? Looks kind of complicated. Mostly goes up, but it's still kind of complicated. Remember how I've told you many times, there's people who just make money playing the VIX? Let's just call it when people are scared, things are volatile, kinda. I've talked about this 1,000 times, but I'm gonna break it down of how to play it. I made a formula, and I think it's the easiest you're gonna find. This spread you're seeing since right around here is just this year. Okay? So this is from January 1st to the end of August. Look at these rips. 112%. Okay. Within a week, 2 weeks, it goes from 102% all the way down 50%. But then, after that, what happens? Flies back up to like 80%, 70%. Look at this channel. This is on the daily. I'm going to zoom out here. You're not going to find a flatter chart than this. Do you see these peaks and valleys even way back here in 2014, 2017? What if, let's take this over here, 2012, all the way back to 2012. What if you were to throw a tortilla on the top of these peaks? Maybe one on the bottom. What if you decided, hey, why don't I just buy somewhere down here and maybe automatically put in a sell somewhere up here? But I'm going to stay conservative and put the sell in just before the top, just in case it goes a little bit lower like this time. Think about how much money you could make there. What are these? 80% rips? Those are about 75% rips. Yeah. Once you can wrap a burrito around something, you'll probably do just fine. Even in weird markets, like this is from 2015 here over to 2018, there's a 3-year span, you can see the highs gradually got lower. But again, you could still play this if you're conservative. As long as you're not always trying to catch the exact lows, I don't see why this isn't possible to make some money here. Right? If you were to buy here and maybe 50% up or 40 or 20% up, you just always took profit and then went the other way, you'd probably be fine unless you got to here. I don't know. If you held it, it's going to go up eventually, right? Well, just look at this. I decided to calculate it out. In fact, I'm going to give you ins and outs, all right? So how we're going to play this is basically every time VIX, if every time VIX got to $20, you longed, okay? So you took $10,000 and you said, I'm going to go, this is not even options, by the way, but you said, I'm going to go all in until when? My price target I have found for you guys is $32.50. Why? Because it always hits it. Look how many times it's hit $32.50. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like 17 times. Now we could go for the glory up here, right? Maybe 35. Say, why would I sell for 32 when I could sell it for 35? Because it's only hit 35 like 5 times, but it's hit 32.50 like 1,000 bazillion times. You see? And you could go even more conservative. You could sell it at $29.99. Would you believe me if without options, you could have 10x'd your money from January 1st till now, just with swinging this and just using those numbers, I'm about to show you how. Now let's say January 1st, we went ahead and took our 10,000. We went ahead and put it on the VIX. Remember, no options, just the spot here. We decided to stay even more conservative, and instead of going, selling at the 32.50, we sold half of it at 25 bucks because we're like, dude, that's 43% on the green right there. I'll take that all day long. All right, so that first rip, we already took out realized profits of $2,150. Okay, so $5,000 is out, right? So we leave 5,000 in because we started with 10. Then we wait till the 32.50, sell the rest. That thing went all the way up 90.78%. That gives us a total on that 5,000 at $9,539, and a total of $4,539 of profit just on that one. That gives us $16,689 left. Now, remember what I said at the beginning, we switched to short at the 32.50. So we sell the long, now we go to switch to short. Here's the numbers, here's the charts. This is just the first little blip right here. Okay, now we're gonna go short. Target is what? $20. All right, so we're gonna go 32.50 to $20. Sold at $20. 38.48% green gives us $6,421.92 profit. Our $10,000 is now worth $23,110.92. How long did that take? I think that would have been like 1 month, 1.5 months. Okay, you already multiplied. Congratulations. Let's keep going. Then from there, remember we hit 20. Now we're going to keep it easy, and we just say, let's go long. But you know what? Let's be conservative and say, you know what? I want to keep 20% of my funds out just in case it dumps to like the teens. Okay? So now we're only going to long with 80% of our money. That's 18,488. We long it. Now we got 4,622 just sitting in our pocket, just in case it dips below. Maybe it goes 19, 15, whatever. But what happens? It ripped up to what? Our target. Did it go beyond our target? Yes, it did. And are people still laughing at you because you already sold? They are. Because they're diamond handing, right? They went a little bit above you. They went to like $35 on the VIX, but you sold at $32.50, and they're like, way too early, bro. Way too early. I promise you'll win at the end of the year, though, if you stay on track. That's a 62% rip. That's $11,475 in profit off that alone. Grand total remaining $34,586. Now guess what? We go short because we hit our target, $32.50. Now what? Oh yeah, we take profit. Why? Because it hit the $20. See, back down to $20. Another 38% profit. Just on that short alone, you're at $13,336. Total MERS now. How much we got in that manly MERS around our neck? $47,923.59. And you didn't have to watch the news. You didn't have to join a Twitter account. You didn't have to do anything other than watch this video and stare at the VIX. Just stare at the VIX. And guess what? You can even program your bots to what? Buy at 20 and sell at 32.50. So technically, you don't even need to watch it, right? From there, we're going to only long 80% again, right? Because we're only longing 80%, just in case it keeps dipping. Where does that get us to? 38,388. It's a 62.5% rip. $23,977 in profit. Total MERS $71,900. And because we hit the 3250 again, now we're sitting here, okay? From here to here, 3250 again. Went in, just short, and we went down to what? $20. Did we go below 20? Yeah, a little bit. 19s. We were all buying in the group here. We knew it. We knew it for months upon months. Called out all calls and buys I was doing. 38.22% rip. $27,480 in profit. Total MERS, $99,381.18. Does that blow your mind? In 8 months, from $10,000 to $99,381. Now again, this is without using calls, right? This is just buying flat. How do you buy flat on VIX? Well, probably the one that follows it the closest is something called UVXY. This is one that, especially in the past and all that, I've used the most. It hasn't been as reactive, especially in the past couple months this summer. So what happened? People gave up, right? Because it wasn't as reactive. Sometimes it doesn't follow it perfectly, which is fine, but it's ish, right? We're close. Imagine knowing this exact target months ago. Our group had this target for months. I called out all buys through here. Okay. Now, what do? You take your buys and sells from the VIX, right? So you stare at the VIX. When you have your conviction buy in at, let's say, $20, then you just go to like UVXY and you buy. Now you can correlate that, right? And you can basically chart and kind of do the same. But remember, like on this UVXY and these leverage things, they're going to be a little bit wonky. So it's best to just chart the VIX and buy accordingly, because sometimes the VIX will start going up, but these still aren't really moving. Fret not. VIX is the daddy. Follow the daddy. All right. Another one here that is new is called UVIX. This one's fantastic. Why? Because it rips more, right? So check this out today. UVXY, the first one we're at, the old school VIX one that the people use, right? That was down 2.24%. UVIX, though, the new boy in town, new cool kid in town, 2.84%. That might not seem like a big difference, but I promise you it is. When these things start flying, you'll notice it in your bank account, in your MERS. And how you play this too, this is just if you're using spot, of course, is there's always like an inverse, right? So like UVXY is what? Bull. So if VIX goes up, UVXY goes up. If it goes down, you go with SVXY. That's the pair for those, right? UVIX, the pair is SVIX. Perfect example. SVIX was up 1.59% today. SVXY only up 0.75%. If you want more leverage, go with the new ones. If you want less leverage, use the old ones. If you want even more leverage and you want to go nuts, you know what you can do? You can buy options on either of these. If you want to do like a little 1 or 2 or 5 buy or something like that, you can buy these top ones here. Reason being is because you see this on the right, this is volume. You can see the volume is, huge, like 13 times more volume on the old school UVXY and stuff, right? So even though you get in the money on some of these UVIX or whatever, you're going to have a hard time finding buyers sometimes because no one really even knows about these yet. These are better for spot, I'd say. And if you want to do options, go ahead and do the UVXY. Of course, not financial advice. Those are very risky. But again, if you buy them right, not like lottos, like, oh, I think it's going to go up $40 in 2 days. Don't do that. Buy like a grandpa, bro. 6 months out, year out, in the money. Right? Draw your trend lines. You'll figure it out. But just imagine that. If we can go from 10,000 all the way to 100,000, and this is before this rip up, by the way. If we included this rip up, we'd already be over $100,000. So it would have been more dramatic. So I'll just say that. All right? From January 1st till now, you'd be over $100,000. And that's buying and selling before others do. That's not buying the tops. It's not buying the bottoms. Did you learn anything in this video? You might not have learned anything. I actually didn't learn anything in this video. And I usually do when I'm trying to figure out, a video to do or whatnot. But, sometimes I think it's really important to just go back to the basics. And that's why this is important for me personally to do too. Because it's just a reminder, like, dude, you can make so much money just playing the VIX.